Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're finally looking at the games I picked up while on vacation in Japan. I say finally because I've been making YouTube shorts of the stores I've visited, and in them I would say stay tuned to see what I bought, and well, this is that video. So to start off, I want to mention that I don't really see myself as a collector, but I did gravitate towards some games because of nostalgia, and then I bought some just because they were cheap and I was like, why not? So I'll go ahead and go through each game and also mention where I bought it from. The pricing for the games is in yen, and at the time of this recording, it's a little less than the US dollar, so it'll roughly be a few dollars less than shown. Starting off with the Game Boy, we have Dr. Mario. I picked this up from the Super Potato Store in Akihabara, Japan, and you'll see that it's listed as 1408 yen, which is around $10. I chose this game and the next few cartridge-based games because 1. I didn't need to know Japanese to play them, and 2. I want to play them on my analog pocket and make a video on that in the future. I've also never played Dr. Mario before, so I thought this would be a good chance. Next up we have Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color. I actually have played this and enjoyed it a good bit. I bought it for 1628 yen, which is around $11, and like I mentioned, I have played this and it doesn't require much reading, and I think it's cool to have a Japanese Mario sports game. This game and Dr. Mario are the only loose games that I purchased. Well, you'll see what I mean. Next we have our first box game, and that's Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy Advance. To be honest, I kinda bought this because I wanted a GBA game, and the other box ones either didn't interest me or were really expensive. The Super Potato stores are known for being kinda overpriced, and I didn't want to go overboard in paying too much since I'm not looking to collect. This one was 3608 yen, which is about $25. You'll see with the rest of the box titles I have that there are little stickers on the box. These include information on the game such as the box condition, cartridge quality, and any other imperfections that may be there. I think this is a great addition that stores in the US should adopt to show more transparency to the customers. Moving on from Super Potato for a bit, now we're looking at titles I picked up from Comic Shop, a bookstore in Kyoto, Japan. Right here we have Dragon Ball Z Sparking Neo for the Wii. Now when I first saw this I was like, what? I've never heard of this title. I looked at the back and I was like, okay, this looks familiar. After some googling, I learned that this was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 in the US. I thought it was cool how it had a different and kinda cooler name in Japan. I love Dragon Ball Z games, and although I don't plan on really playing this game again, it was a nice piece to pick up. Also, I really like how they include the game covers along with the disc. I plan on picking up a spare Wii case for this to make it look nicer. I picked this up for 900 yen, which is about $6. And this is why I don't really consider this and the next game loose, since it comes with a cover and sometimes a manual. The next game we have from Comic Shock is Zone of the Enders for PS2. I actually never played the first one, but when I saw it for this cheap, I had to pick it up. It was only 300 yen, which is less than $2. The other reason I wanted to get this is because it was produced by Hideo Kojima. If you see my videos, you'll know that he's one of my favorite producers and game creators, as you'll see in the rest of this video. This also came with a game manual, which is a dope inclusion. Okay, I need to explain these next ones. I love Metal Gear Solid. Like, Metal Gear Solid 2 is my favorite game of all time. So, yeah, I bought 3 copies of it. Now, I'm not crazy because they're slightly different, kinda. I bought these 2 from Super Potato in Akihabara, and this third one from a back alley retro game store also in Akihabara. The Super Potato ones were 2508 and 2398 yen, which come out to $17 and $16. Super Potato was the first store I went to, so when I saw these I was like, okay, well I need them. This one is the substance version, so there's that differentiating factor I was talking about. I have yet to open these, so I don't know if they're complete, but you know what, let's just open it now and you'll see. Oh, and also this third one was only 500 yen, so $3. It comes in a sleeve, and this little boot mark states that it's a special package. I don't know if that just means it has a sleeve or if it was part of a collection, but I think it's pretty cool. Well, this broke off. But I do think it's cool how Subsistence and Sons of Liberty look different. Also, the Sons of Liberty one, as you guys saw, has a little manga in here, which is pretty cool. Instruction manga. It's pretty dope. Rest in peace. And it looks like this one was actually part of a package of 3 games. That's probably why it's a special package. This looks to be the same as what we just looked at. Probably has the manga inside of it as well. Yep. Nice. Next up we have the Mobile Suits Gundam Pilot Locus. It's a mouthful. This game was also from Comic Shock in Kyoto, and it was the first GameCube title I picked up, partially because it was cheap, but also because I wanted a boxed GameCube game. It's 500 yen, so $3, and yeah, I never played this before. I've played other Gundam games, but kind of fell off, but Japan is big on Gundam, so I kind of felt that hype while I was there. I plan on emulating this because the box art is showing some cool gameplay, but I'm pretty sure there isn't an English version, but we'll see what's up with that. This is cool. It has like a little shelf for the manual. The North American GameCubes just have the 2 things up top. Moving on, we have Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube. I picked this up from Retro Game Camp in Akihabara, Tokyo for 2280 yen, which is about $16. I actually love this game. I played it when it first came out multiple times. I'm even doing an on and off playthrough via emulation, and I actually have the US version still. So I thought it'd be cool to pick this up and have them side by side. I will say that I prefer the Japanese cover art. Actually, I think all of the GameCube games I picked up have better cover art than their North American counterparts. Japanese GameCube games come with a sleeve and a blank box, but I don't mind it. I'm not going to be taking it out much at all. Let's compare the game discs, actually. I think I do prefer the North American game disc more than the Japanese one. Closing in on the last couple of games, we have yet another Kojima title, Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation 1. I got this at a trader store in Akihabara, and well, I mean, it's clear I have a problem. I told myself I was going to buy these games and give them to friends as presents, but then I got home and I was like, mine. This was 1080 yen, which is $7, and I bought it for a very special reason. A reason other than the fact that I have a Metal Gear problem. Let's go ahead and open this, and we'll find out what that reason is when we see the last game. Oh shit, they got cool little stickers here. And the last game, the finale, the holy grail, we have Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for the GameCube. I picked this up at Retro Game Camp in Akihabara. I initially saw it and freaked out like, wow, one of them in the wild. And for 7480 yen, which would make it my most expensive pickup so far. I mean, I bought all the other games and they were all under $20. This was about $51, which isn't bad. Not as expensive as the North American version, which can cost around $100, but still. I actually ended up walking away from it and coming back the next day after contemplating if I really wanted it, and I wanted it. And like I mentioned, I actually got this before buying the OG PS1 version, but once I had this, I thought it'd be cool to display the two next to each other. I love this game. It takes the amazing story of Metal Gear Solid 1 and combines it with the graphics and camera angle from Metal Gear Solid 2, and it's a classic in my books. Let's go ahead and see if there's a manual though. This is actually very similar to the PlayStation 1 manual. I don't own the North American version. I do like the cover art for this one better, but I have played the North American version. No stickers in this one. Alright guys, that was my Japan retro game haul. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't foresee myself making this or even buying many games while I was out there, but I have been trying to make more content for you guys, and I naturally spend money on things I don't need, so I thought, why don't I combine the efforts and get this going? Let me know down below what you guys think of my pickups. Which game was your favorite, and in what cities in Japan are the best for retro game hunting, because I'm pretty new to this. I don't know when the next time I'll visit will be, but when I do go again, I'm going to potentially look for some more copies of MGS2 because I clearly don't have enough. I mean, if I'm counting, because I am, I own 8 copies of this game, and I might also buy the new collection coming out, so I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, as always, I really appreciate you guys watching. We just reached 500 subscribers, and that still blows my mind. The support I've been shown by this community is amazing. I'm going to keep on making videos as long as I'm having fun and as long as you're enjoying them. If you liked the video, please drop a like. I'd also appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Or don't. I don't control you. See you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye.